Thank you, class. So I'm going to tell you about the work of the students, master that I did with Théophile Bianchetto. It's interested in experiential learning, that's today's topic, and drawing and design field, with the idea that facing a critical emergency it can be useful to develop a new approach based on peer-based and geo-based material knowledge, but also know-how and phenomena relative to bioclimatic architecture. So it's a three-way partnership that we live since many years now with the Architecture School of Dakar in Senegal, our school here in Versailles, and now for 3 years with the village community in Senegal, a village called part of this architecture studio is about this place, Montesa. It's the south of Senegal, in a region called Casamance, so it's nearby Guinea-Bissau, more than Dakar, in a humid tropical climate with 2 seasons. One is dry, from November to May, and another one which is called hivernage, the rainy one, from June to October. It's interesting because, of course, it's a very special climate. With very high temperature, it can be 35 to 40 degrees in the daytime and 20 to 25 degrees in the night. Also, the geography is interesting because it's a phreatic plateau just above the foot, the Casamance River plain. So you have very different landscape in a very small area from orchards, this forest village we work in, dry meadow, rice fields, and this mangroves swamp nearby the river, they call it Boulogne, and the Casamance River. Actually, it's not really a village, but the kingdom made of 5 villages. They have a king. It's called the Pays Casa, it's the cradle of the Diola ethnic group and culture, which is very interesting. Actually, they call them Christians, but only on Sunday morning. And but at the time they are animist, so it means very deep environmental culture and knowledge, very interesting for students. It's a rare place, of course, living of farming and fishing, very simple. And there are some constructive tradition very strong with local materials like raw earth and plant fibers. That's why we work with them. There is no electricity power, no water supply. I mean, just along the main road, they call it the Boudron Tar. But it's the only place in the village where they have electricity. So the idea is really to learn from now in the context of global warming and ecological climate crisis for this reason. It's also a place that have a very unique architecture, so that's very interesting with raw earth. Those 2-story unique, built with a technique called banco, it's what we call boat in France. So it means raw earth that's used in plastic states, staining layers. So you have to, and then they cut it so it's straight. And another one which is called Inclusion Casa in India, which is very interesting because made of a framework with palm tree wood and thatch wood. It's also unique. So the idea is that we do not do project design with students before being on site. So it can be a real collaborative project with local people, of course, but also with the students from Dakar. So everything is made on site. So what we do before trip is meeting with students thinking and design tools with hand drawing with 2 topics. First one is an ecosystemic atlas about this environment and visible and invisible interdependency that exists in that place, and also an architectural corpus. So that's the next one. So students can discuss about formal vernacular architecture. They can help them about this bio-based and geo-based constructive culture. So based on two theoretical aspects, thinking and design tools. We do not design a project, but they design some devices based on the December approach. So 4 elements: earth, roof, and filter, and mud, linked to this idea of our human condition, which is also a hotel that could be at the earth of architecture. So they work on these architecture devices, linking, like I said, earth, roof, and environment to elements: sun, air, water, and earth, and climatic phenomena associated, like radiation, rotation, evaporation, convection. We also teach students building tools. That means also understanding of the materials, construction training before being going to Senegal. So we do this with Amaco. I need to know them, but for our guests, it's a platform linked to the MEIA, Grand Atelier de Labo, which is an experiential learning platform dedicated to architecture school. It's near Lyon. And so students build okay. When we are on site, so everything is made within 2 weeks, 4 days conception, 8 days building, 1 day celebrating. And so the first 4 days is to define the site in the program for the local population. Students don't know what we're going to do before being there. We make some visits of the architecture I show you to find and prepare the building materials all on site. And then design the project with the 2 schools in a iterative project. So that's what we've done in 3 years ago, a small market hall. So the site is at the crossroad of the area of the village, under the cover of 2 huge capable trees. And the program was to create a cool and shady area for women to promote their food production and also share their experience. So material is all about raw earth and fibers. Here you can see the size of those huge trees can be like 70 meters high. All of the village of the forest village is under this cover. Okay, so here's the project drawn by the students. So you can see this section. The principle very simple. We have a thatch roof, raised 20% of wood trusses, with wooden panels. Something famous in Senegal with the Kanta. So it's an extend the shady and cool area, and it's around it. It's a wind that you get some fresh air, and it's also the desert fridge, also, which is a very vernacular thing in Senegal called the canal, which is a passive fridge. Here is the same drawing as a square. So all of the process is back and forth with material collection during the first day and project. So there you can see the students collecting material. So first of all, raw earth. So they extracted from the building site and bamboo collected in the forest. So students do everything from foundation to the roof peak in 8 days. Here they cast some concrete block for the foundation. The water drums they have to drink during the 4 days of conception. Everything is fine on site. The punch is closer. Here students taking another with straw for the thatch roof. They did some BTC, robot blocks, 300, and the structure that you see on the right side rise during night. It's the only way to get some nice condition to be sure it's here the pavilion, the market hall. Let's show you. You can see this open panels. Here the lab is separating with pictures. There is a picture taken of the thermal camera, so it's taken at the end of the day, so maybe outdoor temperature is around 35 degrees. As you can see, there around 20 degrees inside the desert with any that's what we put the roof and prevent from radiation. And water is also collected from the roof of the shelter, also from the water basin, and it's leading to a small garden south of the school canopy, so it's in the future will be also a protection. As you can see, the structure is also using counterweight struts, so to prevent the uprising. It's more urban than gravity in that kind of building. And then there is also a small desert fridge, same as last year. So same exercise with a thermal camera. It's a picture taken of like 40 degrees in the air. As you can see, more than 55 degrees on the ground surface. And we have less than 20 degrees on the surface of the desert fridge, so that means more than 30 degrees being once again without any active cooling, so the snack for the children can be kept cool. Also, we work with the students to make an architecture that expresses those climatic and energetical artifacts. So sun with a small solar panel, the convection and the air with this weather panel, the water, you've seen the systems in the previous picture, and earth, of course, with the desert fridge. That's what we've done. And also the project on both sides of the walls. Schoolyard, but also the kindergarten just adjacent, offers also a small shady area for bench for very small children. Thank you, and if you want to know more, we made a book called Mon Castle.